Aren't they underwater? At least it's warm around the fire. Cartoon animators only had one design for bulk characters in 90s. Disney The Lion King, 1994. Disney Mufasa The Lion King. The villain's faithful pair of henchmen. Cartoon show. Cartoon movie. Cartoons in 2010s. 6 seasons. 200 episodes. Movie adaptation. Spin-off series. Cartoons in 2020s. 8 episodes. Cancelled after 1 season. Laker has finally revealed who's Mitch's boyfriend from Paranorman in honor of Pride Month, 13 years after the film. How characters look in the show. Oh my god, it's Celebrity. How celebrity cameos look in the same show. Warner Bros. Discovery shareholders have symbolically voted against CEO David Zaslav's $52 million pay package. Nearly 60% think he's overpaid. You think Pixar should bring back bloopers? You'll remember how fast Merida was finna switch up when she thought this big was trinna marry her? News. Disney point slingers after Elio flop. Stop asking for originals if you won't watch them. Is this a towel? What am I supposed to cover with that? Are you making fun of me? Poor guy was getting gaslit for the entire movie when he was right. Name a villain who was 100% right. It's crazy how good the UK is at making characters with literally 0% sex appeal. It's almost impressive how unslexy they are. Introduced King of the Hill to my fiancé, and she called it Right People Boondocks. I just stared into space then laughed. Finishing a show only to discover that the fandom hates your favorite character. The Simpsons and Family Guy have both been renewed for 4 more seasons. Why don't you like it? 10 over 10 plot, 10 over 10 characters, 10 over 10 visuals. It's the best film of. It insists upon itself. The pilot. The show as it goes on. The series finale. Happy birthday, Trixie. Who are they? Who cares? Right. See. I told you firewood was the perfect gift. You guys always act like you're better than me. If you could eat one food from any animated movie, what would it be? Mine is the eggs from Shrek. A Krabby Patty. Any other answer is wrong. Ice cream guy. They brought in biblically accurate ice cream guy. Let's go Duck comfort characters. Do you have a confront character like a character you beat the absolute shut out of if you had the chance? This is one of those quotes that's like who said that? Thomas Hobbes. Shakespeare. And no, it's evil 90s Ulrika from Gargoyles. Pay a man enough and he'll walk barefoot into hell. Coyote vs Acme is now expected to be shelved and deleted forever. Warner Bros. Wanted $75 million to $80 million for the film and rejected offers from Netflix, Amazon, and Paramount, refusing to let them counter-offer. When you revisit a childhood movie and realize it's actually trash. When I see someone criticizing a media I liked as a kid even though they are right. I found this picture in the deepest crevices of my memories. What is this, and why do I remember it? Watching a cartoon that has good writing according to fans. The art style and animation is incredibly shut. He's so cute. I love when cartoon characters eat something and then assume the shape of the food they just ate. Look, a sponge and a starfish. There's gotta be something we can make out of this. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. It is time to go. Was I a cowardly dog? No, I'm told you were the most courageous boy. Where's Grim from Billy and Mandy? He's bulk. You'll not finna believe this shit. Cartoon Network shares new post honoring Bulk History Month. He's literally a right Jamaican because the creators didn't want a bulk man to be owned by 2 right children. Know the work rules. Appropriate. I have a cartoony art style. Or, you're sweet. Inappropriate. I have a cartoony art style. Hello, human resources? It was a great show. Why cancel it? I love it when the voice actors themselves would also cosplay as the character that they voiced. How it feels to be in a fandom and not enjoy that one overused joke. People on social media, we don't need more Marvel movies or DC movies. We need more animated films, original films, and book adaptations. People when it's time to show up in theaters, because one of those types of movies finally came out. Go ahead, zap me. Absorbing lightning's totally my thing. You've never had bulk lightning before. Screams. You know what I wanted more than anything else as a child? One of those ice creams from that one episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy. I wanted one of these butchers so bad, but my mom was like, you can't fill our whole fridge with water and fruit, and I'm still mad, not gonna lie. She could have chosen anyone, but she went and married the fatty. Because he doesn't deserve her. Why do people want Nicole to cheat LMRO? Dear Gary, I'm sorry. Please come back to me. Disney privately, cut the guy scene. We might lose precious pennies from Russia and China. Disney publicly, honk honk. We put rainbow bumper sticker on the Queen today. Consume our products teens. There's room for everyone under the rainbow. Happy Pride Month. Me acting like I'm cool with the crackhead at the bus station, so he doesn't stab the duck out of me. The show. The cancelled final season. Philip Fry, the original Martian. Here lies Philip J. Fry, named for his uncle, to carry on his spirit. Screw ships. Give me two characters that just ducking hate each other. In Shrek 2, when Fairy Godmother gets stressed out and pulls a magic carriage over for fast food and says her diet is ruined, I really felt that. True evil is born through pain and loss. When I was a boy, I had a toy train. Then one day I lost it. That's it. Ending of the story, middle of the story, beginning of the story. When you dislike a character, but the rest of the fandom loves them, so you just gotta stay quiet as everyone says they're the best thing ever. Elio had the worst box office opening for a Pixar film ever with $21 million domestically. Pixar peaked with these character design choices. It's time to admit Sid was actually a pretty cool and creative guy for making all those ducked up toys. Way cooler than that ducking loser Andy. Where are you from? Lewis. Canada? I think you mean North Montana. Hasn't been called Canada in years. Lovable characters. Masterful animation. Intriguing story. The ending. Their character design may be simple, but when these guys get sad, everyone gets sad. Cancelled after 1 season. Cancelled after 2 seasons. Unfinished. Completed but only got 10 episodes of the final season to wrap up the story. Cancelled after 1 season. Cancelled after 1 season. No money means no animation. Disney animated movie characters cut from their live action remake versions pack. Who's the biggest in Sealand movie villain history? It's just recess at this point, cause the new one was literally better. Money grab reboots need to stop. Support indie animation mother duckers when I ask them to name a single indie show that wasn't made by Glitch Productions or Vibzipop. The whole thing is sad honestly. Rejected because Nickelodeon didn't want girl shows during that time. Not safe for work parody overshadows the original pilot. One of the co-creators sadly passes away in 2019, ending any chances of this getting picked up. I love how they just sort of gave up during the last few years of Fairly Odd Parents. This one frame manages to break every established rule the series set in the beginning. The protagonists. The antagonist. You hear that? That's the sound of the rent being paid for cartoon commentary YouTubers. Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, has died at 68. The concept. The section. Canon. Character has a colored hair reflection. Fanon. Reflection color is hair color. The 4 horsemen of intros you'd never skip. Incompetent evil male cartoon geniuses. Their actual competent sarcastic female sidekicks, who they don't listen to. Gets renewed. Hate watchers. What have I done? Sony Pictures Animation be like. Character. The same character later on in the series. When Tom thought Jerry died. When Jerry thought Tom died. Original. Good and well written character. Modern or reboot. Becomes dumb or a bad character. Power Rangers killed my mom's best friend's parents. Okay, my mom never let me watch Power Rangers as a kid because her best friend's parents were murdered by one of the actors. What is it with cartoon characters having weird and unhinged front faces? Netflix has confirmed that a K-pop Demon Hunters live-action remake is currently not in discussion. All of these characters have canonically met George Washington. Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. George Washington. George, who the duck are these people? Benjamin Franklin. What do these four images have in common? Why was this so specific lol? You'll remember when cartoons had high enough episode counts that they could just have an episode where the plot is like, it's heat outside. I miss that. We could have had more cool stuff like this, but no, y'all just wanted more Shrek. Meta characters that I hated since a kid. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. The pilot. The show as it went on. The series finale. Nezatu is now officially the highest grossing animated film in history. First look at the Messi animated series. The series follows young Lionel Messi as he must lead the fight against villains who have kept the 10 realms under their control. Let me guess. She is a rebellious girl who wants to explore the world, but Shrek, being the overprotective dad, doesn't let her go. In the end, he will become a better father. I wish everyone lived in their favorite fictional universe. Pokemon fans. Made in Abyss fans. Pixar's greatest running gag to date. Steven Universe vs Hotler. What if you could change your mind? Hotler. I think we are gonna have to kill this guy, Steven. Damn. This is crazy stuff. Worst thing about liking a character of color is when their design gets updated in a sequel or reboot or adaptation, and they somehow lose one or more of their ethnic features. Chimes committed by the character. Fandom that loves the character. Know the work rules. Appropriate. 90% of my jokes are swears or slacks. Or, you're sweet. Inappropriate. 90% of my jokes are swears or slacks. Hello, human resources? The show. That one episode. So, I was thinking, we could catch a movie sometime, nothing scary. That sounds great, Kathy. You know, you're gonna love my boyfriend. He's like a total chick flick nut. Show me the worst character designs you've ever seen. What was a I can't believe this aired on a kid's cartoon channel moment? Who is a cartoon character that had a design downgrade that's worse than this? Old. New. Why do all modern American cartoons look the same? When the character's voice actor. We'll really miss you, Mrs. K. Screams. And that is why I'm not a cat person. Ah. What? Nothing. What do you call this type of animated film? Planet 51. Romeo and Juliet. The Nut Job. Free Birds. When cartoons did a clever censorship. Marty. Alex. Marty. Alex. Marty. Alex. Marty. Oh sugar honey iced tea. That moment when an anthropomorphic character starts behaving like the animal they're based on. What's the most savage line of any cartoon? I'll go first. It's only children. DW. Not lonely children. Lonely is what you'll be after I sell you. I will never get over the fact that this is the same scene in The Lion King. Oh, now I see why people hated this show so much back in the day. Who's a villain that low-key did nothing wrong? I'll go first. A popular show. You. That same popular show. Everyone else. What is the most out-of-pocket adult joke you've seen in a cartoon? Which animated duo would you say fits this quote the best? We are two halves of a whole age jot. What food that looks good in cartoon but disappoints in real life? What movie or show makes you think this? Just because everybody likes it doesn't mean it's good. Steve Carell's grew in Despicable Me 2. What's a profound yet underrated cartoon quote? You can't change nature. Change is nature, that. The show. That one joke that gets brought up constantly. That's it? That's your emotionally scarring backstory? That's your great tragedy? Hey, wait, what happened? What happens next? Come on, let's see the next episode. That's it. What? Attractive animation. Perfect voice acting. 10 over 10 writing. That one scene from an episode. 2023 is the first year Disney hasn't had a single $1 billion movie since 2014. Fourth wall breaks in cartoon starter pack. Acknowledging and or interacting with the audience. Messing with the frame or screen. Interacting with the show transitions. Being aware that they're in a cartoon. When it involves the voice actors. Characters interrupting the story. You need to watch this show. But not the later seasons. I can't believe they gave a celebrity a voice acting role in the cartoon. Celebrity actually does a really great job voicing the character. Know the work rules. Appropriate. Or, you're sweet. Inappropriate. Hello, human resources? You remember dart jokes being funny as a kid. You put dart jokes in your cartoon for kids. People online accuse you of having a darts fetish. People online accuse you of having a darts fetish. Rebecca Sugar will create the Adventure Time movie along with Adam Muto and Patrick McHale. When you're watching a movie that you enjoyed as a kid, but realize that the bad guy was actually quite reasonable and the protagonist was the real jerk. Hearing Roger Craig Smith in other media is funny, cause he's a perfectly fine actor, but the whole time it's just like. Shout out to 2D characters with unrealistic or stylized anatomy. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. They are the same character in different fonts. Classic. Peak character designs. Modern or new design. Remember kids, new snow skiing. Gets a freaking downgrade. Release me. He did it. Canon. Did multiple bad things and happens to be attractive. Fandom. Justified because of their looks and charisma. A regular animated scene. That one scene with CGI. Get a new voice actor. Kill off the character. I'll have a animated adult cartoon with Slex or Vlen jokes. How original. And a celebrity voice actor. Daring today, aren't we? Are you guys seeing this? What did they do to her? Why was this so specific lol? You'll remember when cartoons had high enough episode counts that they could just have an episode where the plot is like, it's heat outside. I miss that. Average Jimmy plot. My mom says I'm grounded. My invention backfired again. Cindy is mean to me, and I don't know why. Average Carl and Sheen plot. The prince in the first Cinderella movie basically just acts as a plot device with only 7 lines of dialogue. The prince in the third movie jumps out of a window without hesitation. Oh no. Insert character name here. Has been turned into a baby. We gotta take care of him. At the end of Ratatouille, the food critic, Antonego, ends up funding a small bistro for a me to cook in. The average lifespan for a rat, that is the head chef, is 1.8 years. This is an absolute shut investment. The kids movie in marketing. The actual kids movie. Female characters who get shut on for expressing emotions. What scene is played for laughs, but is actually really distributing? The trope of male cartoon characters having moms that are literally just them but it drag will never not be funny to me. When an ace beating is so deserved you had to stare at the screen like this. There was a Kids Next Door episode about a school nurse that intentionally gave her students pink eye and harvested their eye crust to make a crumbly topping for her pastries that she gave to students. Who writes this? I just wanna know how you pitched this. Still crazy that they girl bossed Cinderella, but it actually felt natural and like an extension of her character. Can we talk about how badass Cinderella is in Cinderella 3? We're in a timeline where animated demon movies are absolutely dominating the movie industry. Still thinking about this, by writer or storyboard artist Steve Wolfhard, I had forgotten that I once pitched the Mona Lisa, the actual painting which had come to life after the Mushroom War, dating Finn. Mona Lisa Kingdom is just Florence, but half-sized, and she's the only one who lives there. Her and little chickens and goats. What's the worst case of character devolution you have ever witnessed? 2D animation fans. 3D animation fans. Me who likes stop motion. Watching the movie as a kid. Watching the movie as an adult. The voice acting and animation. The writing. This movie enraged me so much. The chicken is telling the goddamn truth. The rest of Robot Chicken. That one parody. Infinity Train creator Rowan Dennis says well-known people wanted to pick the show up twice in the last month and release special edition DVDs and more. Warner Brothers Discovery either said no or ghosted them. Light of the world. Hello the boss. People who want to support indie animation. I could never watch this show this bad. Later. Adored at how awesome the show really is. Jack from the future. The Incredibles theory. Gamma Jack is Jack. Alex Bale. Hollop. Let him cook. Pixar movies in 2009. Emotional themes for all ages. Preschool shows in 2009. Generic baby slop. Pixar movies in 2025. Generic baby slop. Preschool shows in 2025. Emotional themes for all ages.